Hello, my colonists. Now, fun fact of the day, the first camera was invented around 1816, which of course means that there were many photographs taken around at that time. And today, we will be going over some of the first presidents to be photographed. Now, some of these photos, some people question their authenticity, but I think from my personal experience with meeting these presidents, that I think, for the most part, all of them seem to be authentic. So I will show you them, ranging from Andrew Jackson to John Quincy Adams to more. So if you'll stick around for the whole video, as we will go through some of the first early photographed presidents. Now, our first president, and the first president believed to be the first photographed president, is the sixth president of the United States, John Quincy Adams. Now, obviously, we do not know if this is the first photograph, but it is believed to be the very first photograph of a president. It was taken around in 1843, and it was 14 years after he left office. So technically, not the first president to be photographed in office, but the first president to be photographed. It was taken in his home, and I will show a photo of it right here in a few seconds. And I think it is very cool to see that this was the first president we had a real photo of, so we can really see who they were, and it wasn't just by some oil painting, even though I am a very big fan of those. I have many up on my Washington wall, but I think it is very cool to see that the first president ever be photographed, and it just feels very, very different to see a very old photograph of a real president. Now, perhaps my most famous out of the early presidents have their photos taken is Mr. Andrew Jackson. Now, there are reportedly only 2 photos of him that exist, but when I was doing some extensive research with Benjamin Franklin's invention that he made me, I keep finding 3 photos. Now, I did say at the beginning that some of these photos could be faked, and I've done extensive research, and I have found at least one Andrew Jackson photo, but this has confirmed to be real, but it was very scratched up. But someone made a restoration of it and colorized it and made it actually seeable. So I'll put that photo up right now. So yeah, someone restored the photo, and there's a photo of Andrew Jackson. Definitely a lesser known president, but I do not think we should forget presidents, because I think every single president was very important to the growth of the country. And right here we have the 9th president, Martin Van Buren. Now, this is the photograph that we have of him. So, I do not know much about this president, I will admit. I am a very big man of history, but there are some stuff that I just can't not remember. And if I did ever learn about something and I don't remember it, then it probably wasn't that important. But I do not think we should forget any president, no matter how little or how small they ever did for the country. I think every president did something good for the country, and I don't think we would be where we are today without these presidents. But yeah, 9th president Martin. It was photo of him, without a doubt, one of my favorite presidents has to be Abraham Lincoln. He did a lot for the country. He was very important to the release of slaves, and I think that he played a very vital role in making this country the free land that it was always meant to be. Now, obviously, photos of him are very, very famous. Since he is a very famous president, you've all probably seen this photo of him. But we do have some rare photos of Abraham Lincoln. There are obviously a lot of fakes out there, and me, Benjamin Franklin, and the rest of the colonists have looked into some of these photos, and we think that these are real. Now, as I said in the beginning, John Quincy Adams, he was the first president to be photographed, but not the first president in office. And this is what this president is. This is James Polk. He was the first president to be photographed in office. So this was right after John Quincy Adams. And if you're counting by if they were in office or not, then this would be the very first president to ever be photographed. I hope this video has taught everybody something. History can be forgotten a lot, and just imagining what history could have been like if we had cameras during the American Revolution. It pains me sometimes to realize that cameras were not yet invented. I could just imagine the amazing pictures that George Washington and Benjamin Franklin would have had. But I thank all of you for joining me again on another video discussing the presidents. My goal is to teach everybody about history, because I think without history, we'll not be able to move forward as a society. So, I thank you all for joining me again. And please share this with everyone you know, because I think it is pretty cool, because not many people have seen photos of Andrew Jackson or John Quincy Adams. So, I think this video is very important for people who have not seen those. Because I think once you see photos of presidents, I think it really makes you realize that these were very important men to our country. Thank you for joining me again, and always remember to fight for your freedom and don't let King George tax you.